All right, everybody, we are back. Welcome. It is Wednesday, the 15th, 8 o'clock, Central Standard Time. It's 15 degrees outside right now. We can have that conversation later, people, but it's 15 degrees out, and we are warm inside reading some books. Spring, 15 degrees? We going to talk about that? We can talk about that later, all right? We don't need to talk about that right now. So I am super excited to get going with our stories today. I've been walking around. I've been trying to collect some dollars here and there to make sure that, you know, we're saving our money and everything. We can talk about this dollar later. This just this plain little dollar that I have right here. Nothing special about this dollar at all, as you can see, just a dollar. But before we get into talking about the dollar and the stories and everything, I did want to give out a special shout because we are starting this week's senior lunches. Our seniors in high school are getting ready to move on to the next phase of their life, and their world, as everybody's, has been kind of like disrupted, especially because some of the best times of your senior year come in the spring. So what we're doing with our seniors is we're doing senior lunches. So we're delivering lunches to our seniors at home, anything they want from Christie's or from Chicken Chasers, and bring them some stuff out there. So we're gonna add to our morning start also shout outs to these seniors. Yesterday, the senior spotlight was on Chris Moore and Caitlin Schultz, two fantastic kids, absolutely fantastic kids. And today, just the same, incredible kids, Molly Larson and Ellie Thompson are being celebrated today. So Chris Moore and Caitlin Schultz yesterday, and Molly Larson and Ellie Thompson today. And we actually have a book today. We have a book, Ellie. I mean, come on, right? So I just wanted to give them a special shout out and let them know that we're thinking about them, and we miss them dearly and really want to do everything that we can to make their last couple months as special as possible, even though they're completely thrown off. So Chris, Caitlin, Molly, Ellie, thank you for all you've done here, and just an opportunity to celebrate you over the course of the last 2 days. So if you have any comments for Chris, Caitlin, Molly, or Ellie, throw them in there. Any thank yous, any congratulations, Chris Moore, Caitlin Schultz, Molly Larson, Ellie Thompson, just throw them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And we have, I have a special, I guess the magic today is dedicated to these guys because, you want to make sure that you do special magic with special kids. And clearly, Chris, Caitlin, Molly, and Ellie are special kids. And I've got this dollar, and I really don't know what to do with it. So I'm just, maybe I won't I don't know if I'll do magic today because it's just a regular dollar, right? It's just a regular dollar, and then all of a sudden, people are going to think that it's crazy dollar. It's not, but I have it in one hand over here. I have this dollar in one hand, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do with this dollar in one hand? Well, people, the one thing that we talked about over and over is that I'm magic and I can make things float. That's happening. You know that that's going to happen, right? You know that I can make things float. Like I can take this dollar right here and I can float it over this hand right here if I wanted. I don't know if I want to, but I could. I absolutely could. I could take this dollar right here, put it over here, and you wouldn't even know what happened because I can do it with my mind. Right there, people. Just stare right into that screen. Is everybody comfortable? Because my mind is about ready to make this dollar float over to this hand. Do you really think it's going to happen? It could. Oh, what in the world? It happened. Did you see that? It floated right over. I know. It's crazy. What in the world is he doing? Are you kidding me? He's magic. Look at that. The dollar, it just moved from side to side with my mind. You people are welcome. You're welcome. There it is again. Magic. No more questions as to whether or not I'm magic. That's just what it is. People, I'm magic. Let's go. Come on. Right? All right. I've got some books for us today. Somebody asked me the other day, like, if you're magic, why don't you just flip the pages with your mind? I'm like, what? I don't know. So I have 3 books today. Ellie, and I'm Gonna Like Me by Jamie Lee Curtis and Laura Cornell, and Pigsty. I'm gonna start with Pigsty. I'll start with Pigsty because As I look around, I should probably do a better job of cleaning this area right here. Mark Teague coming in hot with Pigsty. All right, people, I'm going to do one thing. I am going to move this up a little bit. Whoa, that was a ride for you. You're welcome for that. Pigsty right here. That way we can get to the pictures because you want to see the pictures, not me. Even though, magic, right? All right, Pigsty by Mark Teague. Monday afternoon, Wendell Fultz's mother told him to clean his room. It's turning into a pigsty. I don't know if that's happening at home with you at all. I hope not. I really hope not, because we want to make sure that we're taking care of our stuff and giving our parents a little time to break away, which I hope they're doing right now. Wendell went upstairs, much to his surprise. A large pig was sitting on his bed. "Pardon me," said Wendell. He shoved some toys into his closet, but the pig didn't seem to mind. And didn't mind the mess. And Wendell found that he didn't mind the pig either. So he decided to take a break. Pig's eating some potato chips, strange stories, the whole thing, right? When Wendell's mother came back to look at his room, the pig was hiding, but the mess was still there. She threw up her hands. "Okay, Wendell," she said, "if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you." Wendell could hardly believe his luck. Now I can live however I want. He didn't even worry that when he came home on Tuesday that he found a second pig in his room. The mess had grown a bit worse, but he was able to jam most of it under his bed. "Pigs are all right," he said, "as long as it's only one or two." In fact, they had a wonderful time. They played Monopoly until it got late each night and left the pieces lying all over the floor. They had paper airplane wars and pillow fights, and the bed became a trampoline. Then 2 more pigs showed up, and the mess just grew and grew. That night, when Wendell went to bed, the pigs were lying everywhere. They rolled up his blankets and hogged all his pillows, too. Wendell told himself he didn't mind, but then he found hoof prints on his comic books. And Friday, when he got home from school, he saw that someone had been sitting on his basketball, and his baseball cards were chewed. "That does it," said Wendell. "I've had enough." He ran downstairs to tell his mother. "Sorry," she said, "but your room is your responsibility." And she handed him a broom. Wendell started to complain. The mess was too huge, but suddenly he remembered a saying he'd heard, that many hooves make light work. He marched upstairs and organized his cleaning crew. They swept, they scoured, they polished, they scrubbed. Later that afternoon, Wendell inspected his room and pronounced it clean. In fact, it was a bit too clean from a pig's point of view. So while Wendell inspected, the pigs prepared to go home. One of them made a phone call and the farm truck came to pick them up. They hugged and grunted and oinked goodbye. From that day, Wendell kept his room clean, except for those nights when his friends came to play Monopoly. Clean your room, people. Clean your room. Brush the teeth, clean the room, you got it all. That's what I'm talking about, right? All right, our next book is Jamie Lee Curtis and Laura Cornell, I'm Gonna Like Me. I love the messages of these books, letting off a little self-esteem. So I'm very excited to read this book. The pictures are fantastic, too. These pictures are great, right? Oh, my goodness. There's so much color here. And this room looks like the last room we talked about. I'm gonna like me when I jump out of bed from my giant big toe to the braids on my head. I'm gonna like me when I grin and I see the space in my mouth where two teeth used to be. I'm gonna like me wearing flowers and plaid. I have my own style. I don't follow some fad. Look at that style. I'm gonna like me when I climb on and wave and the bus pulls away and I'm feeling so brave. I'm gonna like me when I'm called on a stand. I know all my letters like the back of my hand. I'm gonna like me when my answer is wrong, like thinking my ruler was 10 inches long. I'm gonna like me when I'm sharing my lunch, because just like bananas, friends come in a bunch. That is so awesome. Look at those pictures. This is great. I'm gonna like me when I jump up so high, I'll twist and I'll stretch straight up to the sky. I'm gonna like me when I fall and get hurt and mess up my elbows in pebbles and dirt. Happens to all of us. I'm gonna like me when I don't run so fast and they pick teams and I'm chosen last. I'm gonna like me when I do the right thing and return what I found, even when it's a ring. I'm gonna like me when I'm feeling strong. I'll walk with smiles, arms swinging, legs long. I'm gonna like me when I just sit with my mom and get and make a get well card for my sick friend Tom. I'm gonna like me when I eat something new, even if grandma makes octopus stew. I'm gonna like me when I make mistakes and I put out the candles on Dad's birthday cake. I'm gonna like me when I open the box and smile and say thanks even though I got socks. I'm gonna like me when I try a new task. I bring in a plate before I am asked. I'm gonna like me when I clean in a flash and play with my brother and take out the trash. Yes, you are. Look at how helpful. I'm gonna like me when I cuddle up tight and know as I'm sleeping that I'm safe and all right. I'm gonna like me because I'm loved and I know it, and liking myself is the best way to show it. I'm gonna like me, I already do, but enough about me. How about you? What a fantastic book. Sometimes we gotta look a little farther to see what we like about ourselves, right? But we can help each other out with that, right? And we can see and hear the people around us, make sure that they know that we care about them. You know? Then it's easier to see greatness in yourself. So, very cool. I'm gonna like me. Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, the last book I have today is Ellie. Ellie by Mike Wu. And it looks like a sad Ellie. I have not read Ellie. But I saw Ellie Thompson was on our senior, shout out list today. So I don't mind, Ellie. We're going to make sure we do that. So again, Chris Moore, Caitlin Schultz, Molly Larson, Ellie Thompson. Incredible kids. Incredible kids. So if you know them or you want to reach out to them and just say congratulations and we're thinking about you, please do. Because they are amazing kids. Absolutely amazing. So Ellie by Mike Wu. This book was actually given to us by Miss Thompson. Ooh, this is cool. Nice picture to start. Ellie, let's see what we got. Ellie by Mike Wu. On a bright winter day, when Ellie was finishing her lunch, the zookeeper came with an announcement. Gather around, Walt called. I have some news. It's a sad day, he said. The zoo is closing. The animals were heartbroken. There must be something we can do, Ellie whispered to her friends. The zoo is our home. Perhaps we can spruce it up a bit, Gerard suggested. Gerard always had good ideas. I'll prune the trees, Lucy said, nibbling a leaf. If only my trunk were longer, said Ellie. I'll move this rock, Gerard huffed, clearing a path. If only my muscles were bigger, said Ellie. We've already cleaned here, said the monkeys. What can I do to help? Ellie wondered. It seemed like everyone had a talent. Everyone but Ellie. Was she not feeling very good? She should read that other book. I'm gonna like me. Maybe I'll read it. Ellie thought she'd ask Walt to give her a job, but he was busy too. When the monkeys called him away, Ellie picked up the strange object he'd been holding. It had smooth wood on one side and prickly hairs on the other. Oh, I know somebody in our building who would love this part of the story. Ellie gave it a try. When Walt returned and saw her creation, he sprinted back down the path without a word. Had she ruined the wall? Miss Newton, had she ruined the wall? I'm going to tell you, I don't think she ruined the wall. Look at that picture. Beautiful. Soon, she heard a wagon with a squeaky wheel turn the corner. Maybe Walt did like her painting. Ellie added color here and a rainbow there. There were so many walls to color and so many colors to try. Ellie painted all of her friends. She painted the tallest ones, the smartest ones, the quietest ones. Word spread of Ellie's talent. Squeak, 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 roar, chirp. Ellie the artist. Oh, look at all these people calling other people, playing a game of actual telephone. People came from all over the city to have their portraits painted. Some came with balloons, others came with awards. Ellie even painted Mr. Mayor with a smile. Soon, people from all around the world came to see Ellie, the remarkable painting elephant. Lucy hosted the crowds as they arrived at the zoo. Gerard led the tour through Ellie's art gallery. And on a bright spring day that wasn't 15 degrees, the crowds cheering him on, Walt declared, "We are open for good. Thanks to Ellie." And look at the zoo now. Take a look at that picture, right? Look at how much color is in that picture compared to the first picture of the zoo. There's the first picture, last picture. The world is better with color, people. The world is better with the color. I love it. I love it. Incredible stories today. Fantastic. Clearly you saw, the magic floating through the air. It just happened. You had to understand that it doesn't just happen. It just like floats through the air. It's crazy. So please make sure that you take care of your stuff. Take care of your families. And please come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock so we can read more stories together. I am so happy to be able to see all the people watching and hopefully parents getting some time away just to kind of be on your own. So thank you for all that you're doing. Again, if you have any questions, please call. We're always here for you. Teachers are here for you. Please reach out if you're having any problems at all. If you need more time to do stuff, if you're feeling overwhelmed, all of that stuff. Anything that we can do for you, we are here for you. All right? Congratulations, Chris, Caitlin, Molly, and Ellie, on your senior spotlight. We wish you the best of luck. In the coming weeks, just wanted to celebrate you today. Chris, Caitlin, Molly, and Ellie, thank you so much for everything that you mean to our school community. And thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. on Cricket TV and on the Facebook page. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Go Crickets!